Are you following advice on YouTube that is stopping you from generating consistent sales and leads? Well, there's a very strong chance you are, because I notice about 80% of businesses on YouTube do the same two things that wreck their sales, leads, and views. But when you fix them, things like this can happen pretty fast. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to use a proven system for generating views, leads, and sales, even if you have a small channel. And sticking to this simple way of thinking generated me $500,000 in 1 month alone. Okay, so to start, you have to understand how generating consistent leads and sales from YouTube actually works, because I reckon it's 10 times easier than you think. So have a look at this sales data here. This video with less views got more sales than this one with more, which is kind of the dream, right? So to get more from less views, what you want to do is think of making money from views as like a reverse magnet. So normally, to stick a magnet together, you line up the opposite poles, north with south, and it connects. If you flip them the wrong way round, north to north or south to south, they repel each other. So your channel and your offer work very much in the same way, where all you have to do is line up the poles so they don't repel your viewers. But to do that, instead of opposite poles, north and south connecting like a magnet, to generate sales, you need the poles to be the same on each side, or in this case, the problem your channel solves and the problem your offer solves to be the same thing. Because that's how small channels can make sales from low views. The thing is, most people think that they're doing this, but they have no idea how badly aligned their channel and offer are, because it's actually quite hard to spot it yourself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a channel and an offer that connects in a way where you're going to get results like you can see on screen right now. So to do this, I am going to rebuild Anna's channel and offer. Now, she submitted her channel to be reviewed, and she said that her biggest problem was she was not getting any business at all from YouTube, and you're about to understand why. So step one of this process is just to simply establish how well connected your channel is to your offer, because the more in line they are, the more you will earn from less sales. And to work that out, what you need to do is just run a very simple test. So I'm going to show you how to run this test using Anna's channel. So all you do is you look at it, and in 5 seconds, you answer this question. Anna helps X person get Y result. Just fill in the gap. And then I'd really appreciate if you could throw your answers in the comments below, because that's going to reveal the really big problem we have here. So let's run the test. Here's her channel. Just give this 5 seconds. It's really important. Just look at the titles, the thumbnails, and say, Anna helps X person get Y result, and just fill in the X and Y gap. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, to optimize a channel for views and sales, everyone needs to land on it and say it's for the same type of person and it delivers the same kind of result. So Anna's channel is doomed, unfortunately, because we've got this video here about making your life more exciting. So who's that for and what problem does that solve? Well, we could say Anna helps people lead a more exciting life. Then we have this. This is about helping people rewire a brain for success. So maybe that's for a business person or someone with a job. So it's pretty broad, I don't really know. And then we have this one that helps people ditch their corporate life with $1 million in debt to chase a dream. So Anna helps corporate people with kids get into debt and quit. And then this one, I help people manage their stress. I help people confidently face tomorrow. This one, I help people know if it's worth having friends. I help immigrants build careers in a new country. I'm just going to stop. You can probably see the problem, right? It's all over the place. What we need to do is have a channel like this. Have a look at mine. So this video, Ed helps businesses make money on YouTube. This video, Ed helps businesses make money on YouTube. This video, Ed helps businesses make money on YouTube. This video, Ed helps businesses make money on YouTube. And then my offer, if we click on it, oh look, I help businesses make money on YouTube. So this is how I can generate significant income, because they connect. What we want is a channel where every video is about the one thing your viewers actually care about, so that when they discover your offer, they go, oh, I really care about this too, and they buy it. But also, when your channel doesn't have a very clear avatar and problem, it means viewers won't come back because, well, why is an immigrant gonna watch this video? Even worse, when you have a mixed avatar and a mixed problem like this channel, YouTube's gonna look at it and go, who the heck is this for? And it's not really going to know where best to serve your content. So your views can actually end up going down and down and down, and you end up in a bit of a pickle. But it doesn't stop there. This often gets worse when we run a channel through the second step of this test. To do that, what you want to do is just go to your channel's most popular videos, and you basically ask the same question. Who do you help get what kind of result? Your most popular videos are the ones that kind of grew your audience, which means potentially a large percentage of the people came to you because they cared about that thing you spoke about in those videos. So if these are really out of line with your new videos, it can mean you're blasting content at the wrong people again, which will wreck your channel and your sales and your views. So if we look at Anna's channel, the top one here is I help people have more fun. Then we have I help people manage their finance. I help people increase their energy. I help people move to Sydney. Again, we've got the same problem. Multiple avatars, multiple problems. The channel is all over the place. Okay, so that's the test complete. We know that this channel's never really going to warm up viewers enough to generate consistent sales and leads and views. So we then move on to step 2. And here all we do is we work out what the problem your offer appears to solve is. Because if it's not the same as your channel, the magnets won't connect and you won't make the money. And this is another really simple test. So all you do is you act like a viewer and you go to your sales page and then you quickly skim down it and you just read the headlines on your page and nothing else. Because that's what people do the second they land on a sales page before they commit to reading it. So if your headline doesn't make the problem and the person clear, you are pretty much screwed. So let's do this on Anna's, right? I'm gonna click on her link and then do this with me. So we see here the Elevate program for ambitious individuals. That's not really telling us about what the problem it solves is or the result it will get for the viewers. That's saying the name, and it is kind of calling out an avatar, but it's not the best. So if I said to you, do you want to buy my Watforth? You'd be like, no. If I turned around to you and said, do you want to buy my machine that can teleport you anywhere within an instant? You'd be like, heck yeah. You'd say, where do I sign up? So keep that in mind. Nobody cares about your program's name until you've unpacked some value. But right now, just by skimming, I don't really know how this will help me or what the problem it solves is. Because like your channel, there's lots of different things it's targeting and it's confusing. So at the end of this test, we can see her channel and her business are totally out of line. All right, so step 3 of this process, we're going to start fixing this problem that this channel and offer has, and maybe you do too. And to do that, I have a system I think absolutely everyone should use because I consistently see the people who do this earn more from less views and grow a channel faster too. So to use this on Anna's channel, I first need to do a little bit of research about her. And I found this on her site. It says she's an ICF accredited personal performance coach. It's pretty cool. Now, I don't really know what that means, but it sounds good. And I think we can harness that for some credibility here. And then I found this line. I help clients achieve personal success, professional growth, financial goals, and better work-life integration while cultivating healthy habits around lifestyle and relationships, which is a bit wordy, but it's helpful, as well as a successful immigrant who moved from Ukraine to Australia with a 1-year-old child in 2014. I love that. That is a great statement. We can build a lot around that to harness your sales. So the way this step works is you harness the biggest challenge you overcame, and then you make the solution you came up with your offer, and then you make all of the free videos on your channel about that thing too. Now, I call this your backstory, and I know it sounds a little bit airy-fairy, but I've been doing what I'm about to show you for years. It's made millions, and I honestly just don't see the same level of success from people who do this any other way, because it makes you very relatable, very credible, and I think it gives you an edge. So with this information, what I'm going to do is build Anna's entire business and channel around this problem she overcame. Now to start, we just need to write her backstory, and this is what I came up with, and then you're going to see how I craft this into pretty much every other thing. You'll like it. It's cool. And it goes like this. So when I first arrived in Australia with my 1-year-old child, I felt like I was starting life over. I was an immigrant from Ukraine, trying to navigate a new culture, was trying to build a career in corporate finance and figure out motherhood. There were days where the only quiet time I had was when I'd commute to and from work, and eventually burnout kicked in, and I realized getting ill wouldn't only hold back my career, but my child's well-being too. I decided that I needed a new approach that would let me thrive in every aspect of my life without eating up on my time and taking me to the grave for my family. So I poured myself into researching productivity techniques, studying personal development, and testing any strategy I could get my hand on. I learned how to set boundaries, protect my mental space, and build healthy habits that kept me energized rather than exhausted. Little by little, I made progress and eventually went on to excel as a chartered accountant and senior finance professional for 15 years, all whilst raising 2 children and creating a more balanced, fulfilled life, and I've never burnt out since. What I discovered in this multi-decade journey was that high-performance living isn't about sacrificing your health or your family for a bigger paycheck. It's about leveraging systems, habits, and mindset shifts to get the best of all of them. So driven by a desire to share these lessons, I became an ICF accredited coach, and I help ambitious women reclaim their time and triple their productivity so they can build a life that they truly love, march up the career chain, and do it all without sacrificing their well-being or family along the way. Okay, that's it. But can you see how that story would make her perfect client go, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want and how I'm feeling, and this person sounds like they have it all figured out. Where do I sign? Now, If you are a doctor or a lawyer, you might not have a backstory like that, but that doesn't matter because you have a professional qualification, which you can also harness too. But if you're like me and you have no qualifications at all, your backstory is the most valuable asset you own. With all of this in mind, we're now going to turn that story into Anna's new I help X get Y result, and then we're going to build the offer and channel around it. So I came up with this. I help women advance up the career ladder without sacrificing their well-being or family. That's it. It's Anna's entire life story in a sentence. So with this direction, crafted from the thing that makes you most credible, we move on to step 4, where you position your entire channel around it. And to do that, the first thing we do is we change your banner to say who you help and the result you get. I mean, mine is so boring. Look at this. Now, Anna's is actually not that bad. It looks more in line with her offer than like 75% of things on the channel. But I'm going to change it to this. I help women advance up the career ladder without sacrificing their well-being or family. All right, so now we move on to step 5, where we're going to reposition Anna's offer so that the new viewers of the new videos we make in the next step land on it and go, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. So to do that, I'm going to come up with a headline and a sub-headline for Anna's offer, as well as kind of like a rough outline of the product that I think could be perfect for our viewers. So the headline I came up with is this: march up the career ladder faster with productivity systems that won't sacrifice your family or health. And then we could have a subheadline like this: a 90-day personal coaching experience designed to help ambitious women triple their productivity and build a life they love without burning out or neglecting their families. Now, I'm not a professional copywriter. I kind of dabble with this. Really, I'm more of a YouTube marketing guy, so I'm sure the pro copywriters there could do a lot better than that. But this is always where I like to start with an offer, because this is the first thing your viewers will read when they appear on your sales page. So if it's in line with the content that drove them there, they will go, wow, this is exactly the problem I have and what I need. If it is not in line with the problem that drove them there from their channel, you really can't hook them and you won't make money. Keep in mind, I track a heck of a lot of videos and we just see the same thing over and over again. The video that is most similar to the offer is the one that makes the cash. By the way, if you're finding this useful, can you comment and let me know below, and I'll do more of these on other channels. Okay, so after that headline and subheadline and that big result, you now want to ask yourself, how can I help my viewers achieve that, because we've made a big claim there, to make this offer really appealing so people are just banging down your door? So here's how I'm kind of envisioning the offer that we're going to build around Anna's backstory and the I help X get Y statement and the headline and subheadline. And at the moment, Anna does one-to-one coaching. Now, I would usually say you want to try and build like a big group coaching program, but you can't just jump into that. Like, it takes years to understand your audience, to build that, to become credible. So the best place for most people to start is with what I'm going to call VIP coaching. And it's going to kind of stick to Anna's one-to-one, but we're going to make it sound a lot more sexy. So it's going to have private coaching and a strategy session. So you're going to get one-to-one calls with Anna, an ICF accredited coach who went from starting over as an immigrant mum to thriving in a career, family, and personal goals. She'll pinpoint your biggest productivity blockers and map out exactly how to tackle them so you have a simple list to follow to get fast results every day. She's going to give you a high-performance habit system. You're going to learn the step-by-step habits Anna has developed to juggle motherhood, a demanding job, and personal growth, all while staying energized and emotionally present for your family. We're going to give you a customized life integration blueprint where Anna's going to craft you a unique life wheel. I made that up because it sounds fun. But this covers your career ambitions, your relationships, self-care, and finances, and it ensures you don't have to compromise on one area to succeed on another one. And on top of that, we are going to give you weekly accountability support. Here, you are going to stay on track to hit all your goals with structured check-ins and a built-in accountability plan so you make consistent progress. And by the end of the 90 days, you will be consistently accomplishing more in less time, and you'll have tripled your productivity. You'll feel genuinely fulfilled, like you're growing in every area, not sacrificing one for another. You're going to have a concrete roadmap for continued success with a proven framework you can rely on for life. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like an absolutely great offer for anyone who's in the bad place Anna once was, right? So now we have the problem, the person, the main result of the channel, and the offer. They're all in line. The magnet is almost connected if we make videos that target only those things. And this is where it's most likely to all fall apart, because people can't let go of this idea that they have to talk about the same thing over and over again. But if you really want to grow a business on YouTube, it's just a game of working out what your perfect viewer wants, then repeating it in many different creative ways. Now, if you're smart, you find ways to talk about a broader range of topics, but they always need to be positioned to solve the problem your viewers care about and came to you with that's most in line with your offer. If they're not, you are just wasting time. So to show you how to do this, we're going to move on to the next step, and I'm going to come up with 4 videos for Anna's channel, and then I'm going to show you why each one will make her more consistent sales. I'm also going to write a short intro for each of them to show you how to use language to appeal to your perfect viewers, and this will also play a very big part in conversions and keeping them listening throughout your video. And then after that, I'm going to tell you a secret, because I've done something here that you might not expect. All right, so video 1. I came up with this idea for Anna's channel. It's simply how ambitious women avoid burnout. The intro would sound something like this. Do you ever feel like your drive is your greatest strength, but also your biggest enemy? If you're an ambitious woman who's caught up in constant hustle, feeling exhausted, drained, and dangerously close to burnout, this video is going to give you the proven strategies I've taught countless ambitious women that enable you to hit your big goals sustainably without sacrificing your health or happiness. So that intro used the words ambitious women, so we called out the avatar we want for our offer, the problem, which is exhausted, drained, close to burnout, the problem that Anna has solved. And then we raised our credibility by saying that we've got proven strategies taught to countless women. And then we set up the goal, which is the result our offer brings, hitting your big goal sustainably without ever sacrificing your health or happiness. Can you see how powerful this is when you align your channel and your offer like this? Every video is designed to make your perfect viewers go, oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. This is exactly the problem I have. Now, to make sure we don't make videos that are gonna repel our viewers rather than connect them, we need to do a little quick test on this title and simply ask ourselves, is it in line with the channel and offer? And I think in this case, yes, it is. It's about working less to get promoted whilst having more time. So it ticks the box. Now, video 2, the next idea I came up with was I didn't quit my job because of this book, and now I only work mornings. And here's the intro. So do you feel like quitting is the only way to truly escape burnout? I did, until I stumbled across a book that changed everything I knew about productivity and success. It helped me build a 15-year-long career, and now I run a thriving coaching firm while only working mornings so I can spend more time with my family. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 concepts in it that turn your burnout-prone schedule into a morning-only workday. So does it tick off being in line with the offer? Well, this title is a little bit broader. It doesn't call out our exact avatar, but YouTube's all about testing. And I know that book videos can blow up really fast. So this type of video could potentially cast like a slightly wider net. But did you hear how I called out the avatar and the problem and the goal in the intro? That is totally in line with the offer. That is going to work as a bit of a filter for us. And then here's my third idea, how women get promoted faster, simplifying their life. And here's their intro. So most ambitious women assume getting promotions requires doing more work. But after climbing the career ladder for over 15 years and helping countless women ditch burnout and gain promotions quickly, I learned that the fastest way up starts with simplifying your life so you get more done in less time and avoid the B word. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact life simplification system ambitious women are using to get promoted faster. So again, we kind of called out the avatar in the title, and the intro's hitting the same problem we want to become known for, and it's all very in line with the offer, yet somehow still feels a little different to the previous 2 videos, right? Can you see that? We're saying the same thing over in many different ways. And then video 4, the real reason women burn out and how to fix it. And here's our intro. You've probably been told you need to relax, take a vacation, or slow down like everyone once told me. But this eventually led me to uncover the truth about what actually sabotages high-achieving women, and it's helped all of my clients escape long hours and health issues too. So in this video, I am going to share with you the exact reason you've been feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, no matter how hard you relax, so you can eliminate it for good. That one's a little bit more wordy, but it still ticks off everything in the same way. Now, if Anna did this over and over again, her channel views would drop for a bit, because at the moment her channel's a bit of a mess, and what we would do is we would shrink her audience so only a small percentage of her existing viewers would actually be that interested in this content. But over time, YouTube's going to notice, oh, this particular type of person is really loving this channel, and it's going to send out more of those videos to that type of person, which means you will end up cleaning your audience and potentially end up with 10,000 of the right people watching every time. Whereas if you stick to what you're doing, it won't work. And when you end up with 10,000 of the right people watching every video and then provide a service that's 100% in line, you basically become a millionaire. But what is the secret that I said I would reveal? Well, people just don't have enough time, and they really struggle to do business and YouTube. So a while ago, I thought to myself, what if someone could make YouTube as easy as pushing a button? And I kind of laughed as I thought, well, that's impossible. But then I was like, well, hang on a sec. What if it isn't impossible? So I thought, well, why don't you try and build it? So all of those titles, all of these ideas, these intros came from me building a little system for Anna, then pushing a button attached to it, And it spat out all of that. So if you're a business owner who likes the sound of that, check out the link below, because I have just built that for all of my clients too. Otherwise, it's so important to get your head around how to position a channel so that it can generate you a ton of sales consistently. So watch this video next, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to create $1 million YouTube strategy step by step that's going to blast more of the perfect people towards you. I'll also show you how to find a gap, which is the easiest way to blow up. Oh, and let me know if you want me to do another one of these. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.